we got some weather on our hands here. We got a little bit of rain. It's that springtime. We need a little rain, don't we? Hope everybody had a great day. Hope everybody's doing good. Tony reached out. Mr. Tony. Mr. Tony's been a long subscriber. Been a good friend. He messaged about the tube. The tube I talked about yesterday. Oh, I'm hoping this rain's gonna let up. So we're gonna talk about that tube again for a moment. And if you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask. Got the old Dodge out today because the other truck's in for some repairs. So we're just kind of bearing. I better pull up. And one thing you always got to do when you're at the shop is you always got to shut the gate, because unfortunately, let's make sure looks like we got audio. All right, there we go. Hey, we got one light too. So kind of you. If I lose you, I lose you. We're gonna see how this goes. We're on LTE. We don't have 5G, so that's a good thing. All right, let's take a walk out here. Let's do a little walk and talk. Oh, man. Like I said, I'm sorry if the lens gets blocked. Let me know. Say, yo, Dave, man, I can't see you. Got some scrap metal from the old job. Ooh, scrap hopper's empty. Looks like a genie bit the dust. We fill up these scrap hoppers so fast. Looks like we got some springs. We fill them up so fast, you know, not with like total solid weight, but with, I see another opener here. What's that look like, guys? Oh, it's a Lift Master. What's wrong with it? Probably just a gear. It's buried under there. It's just a Lift Master. A poor Lift Master sitting out in the rain, man. Kind of hate to see those go. Those are good openers, those models. So doing a little cleanup. We're going to talk about that tube. I'm going to show you kind of what I do, because Tony was asking. Tony, I'll get right to the point. Is that tube is 20 foot long. One of the guys got his vehicle here. That tube on top of that truck is 20 foot long. We do 20 foot in case we haul 18, because you know, if you haul an 18, like if you have an 18-foot garage door, and they must have did some weather seal. I got my seal here. They must have did some seal though. Had a commercial job. Excuse me. 20-foot tube, 6-inch diameter. It does have a cap on it on the front that you can't open. If it was probably my truck, personal truck, I'd probably go ahead and I'd put a cap on the front so you could access it, but I'd make sure I locked it with a padlock. Wanted to make sure that was the right one. And if you guys jump on here, like I said, if you're gonna get into business or anything like that, you got any questions, you're more than welcome to ask. I do giveaways, stuff. I got my email on there. So another thing for Tony. Oh, we got somebody on there. Look it. That's what I use, Tony. A little picaroon. That's what I use right there. I use a picaroon. That's how I do it. We got somebody. Let me check, make sure we got somebody's. Looks like somebody's mama didn't raise them right. We got to make sure we check this out. You can't see. We don't have one of our mediators here right now. Moderators. Moderators? Mediators. This is light. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll just get rid of that one. That's probably a New York scammer. That's probably what that one is. But if you're real, you can handle the outdoors like me, and you're a true outdoorsman, you don't mind a little rain on your head, I'm with you. So these pipes, what I do, something you can do, these ones are just a tad on the short side. Man, it's loud, especially when the hopper is empty. Something if you guys ever get into fencing and stuff. I don't know why garbage is back here. It must have blown out of the hopper. Because I saved some of it, right? Because you can always weld that pipe together if you need to and bury it in the ground. It's one way to save on money. And honestly, where our vendors are at, it's a long drive and pipe is not cheap. Like I said, it looks like this one the guys got, they got a fence job of some sort to do here. Got some top rail, fabric. Looks like, I think Cap got some stock of 7 foot because a lot of our commercial customers right there, a lot of our commercial customers use 7 foot for some reason. We got just some oddballs around here. Ew. Hairnet. One thing too, you should always do, is always just try to pick up around the shop a little bit. You know what I mean? That's what I do. I'm always looking. I always learned that actually from when I used to work at the grocery store at Myers. They said, don't pass it up, pick it up. And that always kind of stuck with me. Don't pass it up, pick it up. So I always just try to pick up a little bit while I'm here, just to help out the guys, because I know they're busy. And the lawnmower guy doesn't like sucking that crap up either. It's amazing when I used to think about how much I used to do, and now you learn that you're kind of a bottleneck. So what you do is you hire it out because you can actually go out and make more money doing more profitable things versus just like trying to always save money and cut grass. You know, so if you figure, you go, well, you know, the guy that's cutting the grass, you're paying whatever, $10, $15, and you know, you're worth, you know, $15, $20, $30, $50 an hour, stuff that you can do the commercial and stuff like that. You have to remember that that's kind of a bottleneck. So I don't know why, but I like these little picaroons, what I call them. And all it is channel. I get these from, they go on keats. I like keeping them. They're light, they're aluminum. Like I said, I just make a little hook out of it for like in the trucks. You know, if you got to grab stuff. You know, if you got to grab something that's up farther. Some of these though I'm going to keep. These are a little bit longer, these black ones. These black posts, and they got a special coating on them that's hard to beat. So if the guys get into a jam, or myself, what I'll do is you can weld on just regular aluminum on the bottom. Yeah, well, it probably shaves some life years off of it and rust out. Yep. But if you're in a pinch, it'll help you out. You know, it's better to have. I bought these racks a while back. Man, I want to find some more. You ever find some of these? These work really nice. Really nice. So if you guys are here, you're jumping in too, you know, you can say hello, let me know. I think the audio's still doing good. I'm not just talking to a wall here. And let me know. Just tell me what state you're in. State, city, if you don't want to do city, you can always just do state. I'm not gonna come find you. Like I said, I'm just doing this before I kind of get over by the tube. I wanted to, one reason I really came over was I had to drop off some tabs for the one guy's truck service vehicle. And so I figured I'd just jump on here for a minute. See how everybody's doing. If anybody had any questions, anybody starting out, any newbies out there, or guys that are thinking about getting into it. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes you guys are kind of heavy to hold. I almost might have to find a spot, but oh yes, look at that. Look at that. There comes the sun. It's breaking up a little bit, but we're gonna get a little more, I think. So that's good though for the moments I'm here until so I can get this stuff done. Then I can get inside. That'd be great. Oh man. Yeah, that looks like another. I'm gonna say that's another short. We're actually gonna use, and if you guys don't mind while you're here, if you don't mind giving a thumbs up before you leave, or if you're in and out, whatever, it just helps the algo. Doesn't hurt anything, doesn't cost you anything. Just helps bring more people. that's loud. I don't think I'm gonna keep these short ones though. Like my hair? Ooh, it's got a little rainwater in it. Must be why. Not bald yet. Oh man. Like I said, let me know what state you're in. What do you do for work? If you guys are self-employed, you guys work for some, what kind of place you work for? You work for manufacturing? Are you I call them factory rats. No disrespect either. I was a factory rat. I don't know what else to call them. I always call them factory rats. Ohio, nice. I was a factory rat, and the reason I call them that is I always tell my kids, because like when we're on the road, the traffic changes like after about 3 o'clock. It's like the cars change, the habits of people driving change. So that's why, oh sweet, you get to use a little pickaroon already again. Grab my pipe, so I don't have to climb up in this big old truck. There you go. So Ohio, nice. What's up, Mr. Tony? Tony, I'm glad you're here. I was just talking about you. I was talking about those tubes for you. I seen your comment, and I didn't reply. Ooh, it's loud. About that tube. That's the reason I did the video. I was over here doing a little late night. Plus we had rain. So you want to know on that tube, it's 20 foot. 20 foot seems like it's a good size. It is a little long. Stuff does get trapped in there. But like I said, our tubes on the old work vans here are for emergency purposes only. And if we have to, we got the screws. We take off. Like I said, if it was my personal like owner operator, I probably would do the cap on both ends, and what I would do is I'd padlock it, or I don't know, I put like a tag out, lockout tag out or something on it. I don't know how I'd do it, because last thing you want is that thing to be open and you hit the brakes, right? So 20-foot tube. Like I said, I personally never done it, but you can, you know what fence string is, right? That fence string is tough, man. That stuff lasts a long time out in the weather. It's tough. You can yank the crap out of it. So my theory was on some of the struts, some of the angle iron, you could literally tie fence string to that stuff and let that stuff hang out towards the back, so you could pull it. But what's kind of ironic about it, sometimes, it's not always a guarantee, but you can actually, like, if you start pulling the strut, excuse me, I got the burps. If you start pulling struts and stuff, big stuff, long stuff, it'll sometimes pull out like the angle iron. Or like I said, put a cap on the front, you know. Or like I said, I always kept this in my work van. I got this guy here. I always kind of use this for digging out stuff too. Like I could hook onto the angle and stuff. Little pickaroon. This is, like I said, these go on the gates, but I don't think you deal much with gates. So, but while I'm here, I'm gonna fix something for the guys. There's something on that right now I'm gonna fix. So, let me just check here real quick. Daniel says, how was your day? My day was pretty good. I'm not a big rain fan, but we need the rain, right? The farmers need the rain, the grass needs the rain. And when it comes to be hot summertime, I'll be wishing it was raining. So, it's just part of life, right? But otherwise, it's good. It's good. Life's good. Kids are good. Family's good. Everybody's chugging along. I don't know if the economy's good. What do you think, Daniel? What do you think about the economy? Inflation high? What do you think? Holy crap, we got sky over here. Dang, we even got a cheers. I need a cheers, man. I need a drink of that water. This is my this is how I use this is my cup holder in my truck. My truck's old and doesn't have a cup holder. So I use a roll of tape to I like a bigger roll. I use caution tape. I couldn't find it though, so I just use this for right now. But thanks, Sky. Here's cheers. Oh man, take a long drink on that one, because man, I'm a little bit thirsty. Need to drink more water. Like that pop. I gotta drink more water. Says, what's up? I see W YouTuber. I kind of like it. What do you like? Like I said, We're here to help. There's a good community of guys here and women. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I brung the old Milwaukee power pack. I got her a little cover here to in case it downpours because it's a little sketchy today with the rain. I know what the DeWalt can take for rain. Not a lot, but I don't know what the Milwaukee can, and those things are not cheap. Let's back her up, shall we? Oh. But in that tube, there's actually a couple little screws that are sticking out, and I don't want somebody getting hurt. I know I cut my hand pretty good on a while back ago. Anybody got the Milwaukee power pack? I kind of like it. I kind of don't. It seems heavier than the DeWalt. I just still don't like it compared to the DeWalt. The DeWalt was a lot. I don't know. I just like the DeWalt better. I thought I didn't like that it beeps. Doesn't beep. This one doesn't beep. But I actually kind of like it because we had a power outage a while ago. Got the die grinder. We had a power outage, and how do I explain it? I needed it for like charging the phone at night, and I don't know. It was kind of nice, no beep, but it was kind of bad, especially like for hunting too. I've taken it hunting, so the beep is kind of nice not having it, as the DeWalt does. But what I noticed is, for whatever reason, excuse me, in the middle of the night, that darn thing decided to turn on. It's got an internal fan, which it's kind of weird. That internal fan will turn on when you're charging it. It just automatically goes on. And it's got a pretty loud fan on it to keep the batteries or whatever's internal charging or cooled. And that stinking fan turned on in the middle of the night for like no reason. There was, like I said, I was using a cell phone charger, so it wasn't a heavy load. And oh my gosh, I tell you what, that thing, talk about scare the crap out of you in the middle of the night. Especially, you know how it's in your own house and it's a sound that you're not used to. And you're like, what the heck, when you just wake up. And you're like, what is that noise? You know, you think it's like something on fire. Let's see if I can plop you down here for a second. You'll still be able to hear me because I got the lapel on. How old are you? It says you. I'm 10. Holy cow, you're 10. Well, congratulations. You're a young man still. You're gonna come work? We need some workers. If you're 10, let's see. My girl is 10, so we gotta make sure we keep it clean here, boys. 10, huh? Well, I can tell you. Make sure you listen to your parents. Make sure you eat all your vegetables. And this is what we're looking at, guys. Look at, see that? Ow. Another one here. Ow. Another one here. Ow. Because of these screws. So I gotta get rid of those. Like I said, no good. No good. When I was your age, it says I was 2. What's that? What do you mean by that, Sky? Help the kid out. I'm gonna be a second here. Like I said, you're gonna be able to probably still hear me, but I gotta grab some safety glasses off camera here. Safety first. I can tell you, when you're a young lad, you think you're invincible, but one day you will get old. Must have been somebody else playing music. I heard music. I thought for sure I lost you. Well, that's cool. We got a 10-year-old on the channel. Like I said, are you in school? Are you homeschooled? Not bad if you are. My kids are. Do you like school? Oh, I didn't like school. All right, don't mind me, guys. I apologize. Might be loud for a second, then we'll go inside. We'll chit chat, right? Oh, baby. Much better. Sorry about the loudness. That should be a lot better though for the guys. You want to take a peek? Why not, right? Oh, why not? We're here. We're only here once. We only get today. Once today's gone, that's it, baby. Can't ever get it back. Oh my gosh. It's not perfect, you know, but they're definitely not sharp anymore. So that'll just be a lot nicer. Let me give her the hand test. I'll be the guinea pig. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. There you go, guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. Appreciate all your hard work. Ugh. That'll just save somebody from a bad day. I know when I hit me, it didn't make my day any better. What do we got here? I see Daniel says Sky. If you're talking about Sky, he's a good dude. He's over in Cali, if I remember right. He's a Californian. He's really rich, from what I understand, because he can afford those gas prices. Sky, what's gas prices like over there? You buying fuel, or well, I'm assuming you're buying gas, but maybe you're buying fuel, diesel. I don't know. You know, I think we dropped a little bit over here. I think we're running about 360. What you got here? It's just a joke I do with my son. makes him laugh. Oh man. Well, we got this all cleaned up. We still got Tony. Tony to answer all your questions on the tube. Got to get yourself some tubes. I don't know if you got tubes on yours. You know. Oh, there's the popo. See the popo? There's the popo. Hopefully he's not coming for me. I closed the gate this time. So he's going to be considered trespassing in a sense if he comes and bugs me, which he has before. And I'm not against him doing that, but I'm not stealing nothing. But they come to the shop sometimes. Whew. Probably a neighbor calling. Be like, what the heck's this guy doing? Whew. Think we can go inside? Should we go inside? I can't remember too, Sky. Are you doing I gotta grab my drink before we go in for a minute. And like I said, if you got any questions, hey Daniel, if you're still here, like you said, let me know about school or anything, you know. I like the younger generation. I really do. They're the future. And we got to keep them. I got to keep them motivated. Plus, you might be able to check. You know, not check out. But my daughter's sometimes on here. Emmy. Don't get no ideas. I'm just kidding. Wrong code, I think. Or it's because it's a genie. There we go. We have access. What's up? I'm going to spell it wrong. I'm going to say it wrong, but I can see it's Smith. Oh, I got to go back. I got to put that cover over. Ooh, look at boys. Sky, don't you like over, or aren't you a LiftMaster guy? Look at there. They must be going with some LiftMaster. Ooh, got some lube too. Nice. Ooh, hey, some of you guys are always like wondering about the Power Master. Look at this baby. Supposedly Power Master. Hopefully this won't get wet or jangled up. But here's a Power Master right here. Now it says assembled in the USA. Ooh, I kind of want to open it up. You guys should let me know if I should open it up. I don't know how long it's going to be here. You can stay, Daniel. Like I said, if you got any questions, you're more welcome. I run a garage door operation. Yeah, pretty good. Sky, do you have pretty good luck with these? The numbers. What's the 267 stand for again? Doesn't that mean it's like 2 remotes and an outside keypad? Isn't that what it stands for? I wish they just say it. Because it always confused me. Some of these look like they've been kind of whacked a little bit on the ground. I don't like that. I don't like this. Crinkle, crinkle. Look at this guy. This is an old school, like I said, it's a power, it's really a LiftMaster, but it's a Power Master. Look, it's got the outside terminals. I'm telling you guys, man. Oh man, I love seeing this thing. Whoa, sorry. You did a little dip there. Whoops, it didn't like that. There it is. There it is. Look at that beaut. Look at that beauty. Big old AC motor. Telling you guys might have to go back. You guys might have to go with start using Power Master. You don't want to use, you know, Sky, I don't remember, do you do any commercial? I thought you only do residential. I got to make a chart sometimes. Sometimes Sky, do you ever text me? Yeah, you do, don't you? I got to get you guys' numbers all wrote down, names and everything. So I got you all just, I'm really horrible about that. I apologize. There we go. We got her covered up. I got this net thing. This net thing works out stinking awesome. I love it. I use it for all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna put the die grinder away because I'm kind of one-handed. I do a little better job, but I'm one-handed right now. So I'm just gonna throw it in the truck so it doesn't get wrecked, even though it's a Harbor Freight special. But I don't use the die grinder that much. It's like when they always give me the warranty. I always tell these people, they always go, you want the extended warranty? I said, no. I said, they'll lose it. I said, or steal it before I said I ever use the warranty. And you know how much of a headache it is when you use a warranty anyways? Okay, so I see you on here. Mr. Overhead 138. So what is your opinion on Chamberlain / LiftMaster? It all depends. It really all depends on what you're doing. So let me ask you this. Oh, sweet, we got 2 likes too. If you guys don't mind while you're here, give it a like. Click the like button. Appreciate it. Just helps bring more people in. I love y'all. It's great. Sorry about the scenery there. The glare. I want to see if I don't know if Cap ever got some of the other lube is what I'm wondering. This is the same kind of lube. Same kind. I was looking for the other stuff. This stuff works good. This kind of lube right here from Service Spring. I love this stuff, but I like it more for like chains and stuff and not on the door panels. It leaves a film. Yeah, it leaves a film. Over time, it'll turn yellow. We're almost in the shop, so I can kind of calm down for a second. I forgot I got to grab the tabs for one of the vehicles. One of the guys is riding dirty. His tabs are expired. You know, government stuff. So, for Sky though, or not Sky, but Overhead, okay, what do you got? You had to see him pop in here. What's he got? I can't forget these tab things. I'll get murdered. Danny, let's see here. So I put 2 in, and what does it say? Lasted a week, and fried the logic board. Holy moly! And travel module. Ripped them out and put in a Genie. Dang, man. Sky, are you having any problems with those? What? You're using 530 motor oil? Like a little pumpy thing? My one old buddy used to do that. That's craziness. Crazy. Whew, here we are. Let's check the battery life on stuff here. How we doing? So far, we're doing okay. Look at that. Hair's all wet. So here's kind of how I look at it, right? This is what I've preached before, is that if you're, I try to tell the young guys, right? If you're starting out in business, I'm looking for you to take, I want you to make as much money as possible because you need that money, right? You need that capital. You need it for fuel. You need it for repairs. You need it for equipment, blah, 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 right? And so that's why I kind of like, Chamber and Liftmaster are basically kind of the same to me, right? Except for how they're put together. And so that's why I kind of like the box stores, Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards. Because like I said, if you don't have a lot of resources, like a secretary or a field manager or stuff like that, it's so much easier just to take it back and it's close. That's the biggest thing. Like I said, the traveling is always the death. And, I screwed up and did it for years. So I don't, and the thing is, like I said, over the years, I still to this day, when I think about it, when I've started out in that, I've never had anybody. I can't even tell you how many times I've installed openers, and people seem like they didn't even care. You know what I mean? Like they just didn't even care. I don't even know how to explain it. They just didn't even care. It's like I just never had nobody, even when I was doing stuff for Lowe's, I just never had anybody like ask me even, you know what I mean? And go like, hey, is this a good opener? I mean, I have one, I just, but I guarantee you what I have had happen is if the darn thing quits working, guess who's getting a phone call? That's, and if you don't make it kind of clear, that's why I'm also always talking about like stickers on the door and stuff like that, or even just slap them on the opener, stickers that you can write on. I don't think we have any sitting right here right now. These are our old ones. We got better ones now. These are for like our gate operators and stuff. But I still even permanent marker on these. Something just to give me a heads up. It won't fit. And so you got something, and I would make it very clear that you warranty it for a year. You know what I mean? Besides the manufacturer, you can say the manufacturer obviously warranties the motor for lifetime, blah, 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 blah. But labor is not included. You can do it however you want. But what I'm getting at is it's so much easier to yank that thing down, basically take it back, get a full refund, right? Because the box stores don't care. You know what I mean? Like they just like, they're like, they don't even, people in the front desk don't know what they're looking for. I mean, you could even, I'm not saying you should, because you need to be an honest person, but you might get an extra keypad, you might get an extra remote out of it, it might have been left behind for your inconvenience. And what I'm saying though is you could take it back with a receipt or however you wanted to do it. You could put the receipt, bury it into the manual somewhere, leave it with the customer, I guess, or make the customer buy it. It's just that there's better, for me, like I said, it was just that we've had so many that come back and they never get returned. And that's, $200-$300. So you don't get your money. If you know what I mean. That's just how it goes, Joe. What do we got here? What you guys got? Is it Joust? Joust says hi. How you doing? Sky says, I use WD to clean and for rusty springs. Nice. Tony says, I like WD-40. I like WD-40 too. It is definitely a little bit of a sales gimmick though, because the lady I went to, that one I did the video on, the wood door, she was big on, like, she's like, but she was so generous. I left her the can. It was only like a quarter full. But that's why I'm always still thinking like we should do it even here. we should do the cans that got our label on them in a sense, our phone number and stuff, because she was like, "What is that? What kind of oil do you use? I want to make sure I use the correct stuff." I mean, and she was just over the top. Like I couldn't even shut her down, even though I tried to be like, "Well, you can use, like, you know what I mean?" And she wasn't having it. And so I was like, hey, I said, you know what? I said, you obviously overpaid. I said, you didn't have to do that. And I said, because it was basically a free of charge type of thing. So I said, here, I said, why don't you, you know, have this can? And so now that she has the can, it might be something too that future work would come of it. But like I said, you can use WD. The biggest thing is just oil them. You know what I mean? People just don't oil them. They just let them ride. Yes, it works well. This is clean. Fingerprints off too. That's funny because I've used that other oil I just showed. Yeah, I don't like doing it because I know it leaves a residue. I'm guaranteed WD would do a better job. But since you got to do what you got to do when you got ugly fingerprints sitting there, right? You got to make it look pretty for the people, especially if they're just showing up, or it's got to last a week or two. It'll look kind of nice before leaves and debris and dust and everything starts collecting on it. What's Mr. Tony got up here? Says no. Not the box stores. I just learned their motherboards are only warranted for 1 year. Yes. Yes. It's kind of like I said. It's one of those things. That Chamberlain. It is. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Seems like electronics are warranted for about a year, and then the big gimmick for them always was. The motors. I don't know if they're probably still doing the motors as like lifetime. So we'd always kind of like word that in there sometimes on our like quotes and stuff. Lifetime warranty on motor. You know what I mean? And people they just overlook that and they kind of go, "Oh, it's lifetime." And then when that time comes, you can kind of. It's not like you're trying to schnooker them, but it just makes them feel better. Sometimes it can maybe get you that little bit more edge over your competition, get you that sale. But like I said, when I'm looking at it for, what was it, the overhead guy here, the 1, 2, was it 1, 2, 3? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Did you leave? Did you go? Sky, cheers. I see Sky. How do you vanish like that? Oh, there he is. 138. So overhead door 138. We're gonna call him just 138. I look at it like I said, and to me it's the things that I know now. I wouldn't even. I just would do it differently if I was starting out. You know what I mean? Until I start getting things established. Because it was one of those things. I pushed so hard for a vendor, and if you're not lucky, like we are here, we had somebody about 45 minutes away that did everything right. They'd sell you torsion springs, they'd sell you garage doors, they'd sell you openers, you name it, everything garage door related, hinges, torsion tubes, everything. But when it comes to these guys that are kind of out in rural areas and their resources, maybe they're just not that close, and people just want an opener, I just install whatever. Just stick with Genie and Chamberlain or LiftMaster, and normally they work pretty good. They all have their, I call them kind of like the dirty shirts, right? Everything's dirty. You're just trying to find the cleanest one in the dirty laundry basket. But like I said, for the most part, it seems like nowadays, either you get somebody that kind of wants a little tech to it, right? They'll kind of, hey, does it have the app, Wi-Fi? Can I shut this with my phone? Can I monitor my phone? Those are some stuff you got to kind of weed out a little bit. And then there's just some people I just want to push a button and it goes up and down, and I don't have to get out of my car because I got a bad back or I'm just whatever, because of convenience. I'm lazy. I don't want to slip and fall. I'm scared about the boogeyman. Somebody else messaging me. Sorry. And the reason I say that, like I said, because I'm not saying the box stores are better product. There's just, no, that's not the case. What I'm getting at though is that it might be better profit for you, and now you have a resource, right? There were so many things that I was doing 100% myself, So like I'd only buy a couple openers, maybe I'd buy one opener, right? That's kind of all I could afford. And then if you had a failure, like for me, right, it's 45 minutes one way, a drive. So now I gotta run, I gotta take this back. And luckily with that vendor, I could do it, right? Because I'm actually going there. It's their product in a sense, but I guarantee that vendor is gonna be a little more picky. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna go if you did something that was a little screwy, because he's gonna know his product really well. He's gonna be like, did you do something to this? Did you tamper this? Did you run the trolley too far? Did it smash into the head? Did you drop this? Was this in water? Did you put this on the backside of your pickup truck and did it get moisture in it? Because something looks, where like I said, if you took it to a box store, they're just gonna open the box and go, is it all here? You go, yep. Okay. They're gonna slide it off to the side and then they go, you want to just get another one or do you want your money back? And then you have a choice, right? And so what I'm trying to explain with that, my biggest thing is that you have resources at your disposal. You're not traveling, hopefully, that far, and you got people that don't really care. They're just going to be like, just go get another one, and you have options where, if you ordered it, and let's say you only ordered one or you only ordered two, and these things compound, especially as you start to grow in the business. You'll start, you won't think you need it, right? You're just like, oh, I'll just get one for right now because I only got this one job. And then boom, later in that week, somebody else calls. Now they need one, or they need one right away. And you're like, fudge. And at least you could go to the box store that night. You could actually buy one. You could even have them buy one, depending on how you want to set it up. You can buy one, right? Put it together, so that saves you some time. That's what I used to do. I used to put 3 or 4 of them together at nighttime, so they're all ready to rock and roll. I'd grab them, throw them on my shoulder, come screaming in their door, wham, bam, bam, thank you, Sam, and get them all figured out, and away we go. So, dun, 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 dun. It says, what's this guy got? The loo only lasts a month or two. 5:30 gets all this squeaky out. Might be something to that. Didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Dun, dun. That's Chamberlain. It is Tanner's here. He says I love 3-in-1 door lube. 3M, I believe. Huh. Hey guys, how's everyone's week going so far? Oh, good. And then, is that Caleb? Is that how you say it, Caleb? Where's my drink? Son of a biscuit. Where's the? It's out here. Can't be without my drink. Go parch. Yeah, I guess, like I said, telling you guys though, it's sitting right there. That underneath that power master, you guys should check them out. Like I said, it's basically, look at these guys. I don't know, they must have got these used or something. I don't know where these came from. Look at these guys. Look at these. There's one back there too. Hope they're not bad. What else is going on? Basically the same thing though. If you guys, they got those maxis or whatever it is, if they're not, thanks. If they're not performing, whew. All right, what do we got? I can't say that one. Was it Bonex 11? Hello. I hope you're doing well. Glad you're here. If you got any questions, especially the young guys, like I said, I probably won't stay on too long. I said, get home, do an early night, try to figure something out. What is this? Checking out paperwork here. It says, when I was young, I could do an opener no matter what kind in 25 minutes. Nice. I don't know why. I always look at everything as like 2 hours. Just in generic, right? An opener, 2 hours. You know what I mean? You got your tear out, you got to clean up, You know, you show up on the job site, you got to say hello, you got to knock on the door, you got to get your tools out, you got to clean up after you're done, you got to explain to the customer about the photo eyes and the new safeties or whatever. So I'm always kind of like a 2 hour. That's not really so much including travel. It's just always in my head. Everything is 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. So if they're going to go do a door, I think I always do like 2 hours. I think I do 2 hours, tear out 2 hours install because it adds up. What's that chart say? Let's check out the chart. But yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I can do pretty much any opener. Once you kind of do them, they all kind of match. Let's see if this says on here. What does this say? What is it, 4 sections roughly for a 16 by 7? Oh, 16, so 4.5. There you go. 4.5 for an install. It's always heavy, but the nice thing about it is, as I like, it's on there because it's kind of factored in like cleanup, travel. Well, not really travel. Can't say that. I'd probably be lying. But like I said, it's kind of what I always, even if it's a little door, 9 by 7, I kind of look at it the same way. I just go, you know, it's the same ordeal. I don't know if I should do that or not. Debating on it. But like I said, if you guys like overhead 138, like I said, if you're still here, you got any questions, garage door or what kind of status, you got employees, you're just starting out, chucking a truck is what I call it. Let me know. Like I said, if you, I kind of look at it as like a vehicle too on some of these things, The older I get, I'm not so much like, it's not so much brand loyalty because they change, the engineers change on this stuff. I look at it more like what gets the job done, what has the least amount of callbacks, what has the least amount of headaches. Those are really big things. Those are really big things. So yeah, so those are just some things. Not so much brand loyalty in a sense because I used to be a big LiftMaster, and LiftMaster has seemed to, kind of went down. Genie's had some issues now, so we're kind of back on LiftMaster. So it's always kind of a weird toss-up game. But like I said, I'll stay on here for a little bit longer. If anybody's got anything, the WD is a good idea for oil. I hope Daniel's doing good. Like I said, a 10-year-old, that's awesome. Dang. I guess we don't do what you call it anymore. We don't do cash anymore. I better bring, we'll see how this goes. Money comes in, money goes out. That's kind of how it goes. It's a weird cycle. So like I said, don't get too stuck on the whole, it's just for the new guys, basically. For us seasoned vets, yeah, you got to get your own distributor. You got to buy the skids. You got to, like Tony, I wonder if Tony, how do you buy your openers if you're still here? I'm just kind of curious. Do you buy them from a vendor, like an Amar? I can't remember. Because like I said, I'm always kind of worried about the young guys That's kind of what I'm aiming for. Because I think about the young guys and I go, how are the young guys going to do it if they're starting out? And I think a lot of people have a lot of fear about not. You just got to get out there. You got to get out there, man. You got to get out there and do something. If you know what I mean. You got to get out there. You got to try to start experiencing something. You got to start living it up. I think we finally got our township, I think. Our old one is old for some reason. I don't know what happened to last year's. Last year's got thrown. What time is it? We'll give her to about 8. Oh, yay. We're approved by the government. We got our new certificate so we can do business in your town. We had to pay you money. I think we've been keeping everyone in here. Let's see what we got here. Except I think somehow we got the 1 year screwed up. We missed 24 for some reason. So we got 23. Wow, they've changed over the years. 21, 20, 16, holy cow, 15, 2015. Since we've been here. Wow. Wow. Amazing. I didn't realize we were here this long. Good job. Good job, everyone. Amazing. Amazing. 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Dang, almost 10 years. It's been a ride. Never heard of this. If you get high temp fan oil with a spout, you can refill it with 530. Great for getting the torsion tube bearings. If you can get high temp fan oil, I don't think I've ever heard of high temp fan oil. What kind of fan, Sky? Are we talking like ceiling fan? Are we talking like, I'm trying to think of like fan oil. Like commercial? Can you give a little more details on that? That's kind of interesting. Choppy chop. I don't know, man. That's crazy to me to think fan oil. Great for, so my one buddy, he used to always he used to use one of those little pumpers, right? You know, squeaky squeak pumpers. That's how he used to do it. He used to use a little pumper and it squirt out like motor oil, you know, and he's like, oh, it's great, it's cheaper, you know, and I don't doubt it, but when I tried it in our service vehicles, it didn't work out so good because it would tip over, it would leak. Sometimes that motor oil is just a little heavy, you know, if they could kind of get it on like people's nice floors, like some certain customers. So it was kind of, if you know what I mean. But anywho, like I said, I'll probably stick on here. I don't really try to shoot over an hour. We're getting close. I'll give about another 5 more minutes. I'm looking for a link. Perfect. Like I said, if you get a chance to, either send it to me, and I'll try to share it, or like I said, I guess you could put it on here if you get it in time, and we can go from there. Never heard of the high temp fan oil. I almost wonder if it's kind of like a clear? Is it more like, is it just like kind of like motor oil? It just got that brown tint to it? Interesting. So I'm looking for the link. I'm looking. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right, I think I got everything I need to make everybody happy. Let's hope. Let's hope. All right, guys, I think I'm going to hop off here. Sorry, this one was a little long. But you guys are always more welcome. Like I said, I try to jump on here randomly. If I catch you guys, you got questions, you're starting out in the business, let me know. Let me know. Shoot me an email. Some of you got obviously my phone number, but you can always ask me. I'm here to help you. I'll help you, encourage you. I want to promote you. I want you to do well. I want you to be successful. I want you to thrive. I want you to win it in life. Otherwise, Dave's over and out. I got to keep moving, man. The wolf is howling, if you know what I mean. You know, got the Uncle Sam. He wants his tax money. He's got to send it over to Ukraine. See you guys. I'm out.